Who wants to know about robots? I mean, I certainly do. Not the sort of robots that we're on about at the moment. AI. Not this show isn't about that. It's about Unknown Universe, which I mentioned months ago on the show. It's the sci-fi universe that sort of gestates in my head, and really haven't done anything with it yet. But why not talk about it? Because I've got nothing else to talk about. Robots. Their place in the Unknown Universe is an interesting one because they were built a little better than was expected. It's kind of like the PS3 in that regard. PS3 being a system that's far more powerful than it had any right to be, to the extent that the military used it for servers because it was cheaper than getting servers. Robots in the Unknown Universe are more capable than anybody thinks they are. They are built to be subservient. So you buy a robot and they are your butler, essentially, or your gardener, perhaps, or your cleaner, maybe even your driver if you trust them enough. And they do menial jobs. They're refuse workers and they're bouncers and they do the sort of jobs that nobody really wants to do, the lowest of society. You know, the jobs that we really need doing and would really miss if they weren't done. Not quite emergency services level, but, you know, that sort of thing. The real superheroes. And they just get on with the jobs. And you talk to them and they speak in the generic robot voice. Maybe not quite that bad, because I hate that voice, but something like that. The sort of text-to-speech thing you'd have on 8 and 16-bit computers, because that's... Well, put it this way, they are essentially masking, because when we actually get to know a robot, we understand that they are pretty much sentient, they are perfectly capable of proper speech, and they are perfectly capable of having unique and individual personalities. The only reason they don't is because they are so heavily discriminated against that doing so would... I mean, we all know the reaction to AI at the moment. I mean, imagine if the AI was actually AI and it was sentient, and we'd be in uproar, we'd be up in arms, and we'd be horrified, probably. We'd be like, oh, shut it down, and probably rightly so, but... it's an interesting thing, and that's the sort of thing that I want to explore with this, because I don't really know where I want to go with it. I've got a sort of idea of some kind of revolution, something like what happened in Deus Ex Human Revolution. The whole riot's based on augmented individuals and non-augmented individuals and the eventual segregation that happened there. Don't know if I want to go into segregation territory because that's getting a bit too heavy, but certainly a level of animosity towards robots will be felt, and I feel that there will be eventually some sort of revolt where robots are like, you know what, we're fed up of masking, we're just going to be ourselves, and who the hell cares what happens. But there's got to be a lot of plot before that happens. But yes, essentially that's the nature of the robot in Unknown Universe. And the way we see the sort of lens into their world and their perception of the world is through a character called Trevelina Rosedale, who is a robot lover whose whole life... Well, she's an engineer, a self-taught engineer, daughter of like a career criminal, and she loves robots, and her life's goal is to liberate robots because she knows that their plight, the fact that they are not living life like they could be. So that's robots in a nutshell. And that's kind of the one of the big plot points that I want to use. Robots are always going to be in the background, but they're going to have their time at some stage. Someday I have to do something with all this because there's some brilliant stuff there. Maybe soon I can get on with it. Anyway, Do let me know what you think of this jumbled mess of an idea. I probably didn't present it very well. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching.